Nigeria and Germany expand partnership, signed $500 million renewable energy agreement on the supply of gas. Federal government flags off targeted expansion of market money scheme beneficiaries to be drawn from 109 senatorial districts. Binance to pay $4.3 billion fines in U.S. founder steps down. Plus oil prices steady in pre-Thanksgiving trade ahead of OPEC Plus cuts. The program is Business Express, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Musa Abubakar, your guide. Well, let's bring you up to speed with business development. Governments at all levels in Nigeria, as well as other countries in Africa, cannot articulate various policies nor achieve the much-needed economic growth on the continent without the necessary data and modernized statistical system. Statistician General of the Federation, Adeyemi Adinira, said this at a road walk in Abuja as part of activities to commemorate the African Statistics Day for this year, as the National Bureau of Statistics champions the celebration with focus on modernizing data ecosystem to accelerate the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area.
African Statistics Day data.
Well, the economic partnership between Nigeria and Germany witnessed further expansion and strength as two important agreements were signed between both countries. Businesses at the 10th German-Nigerian Business Forum, President Bola Tinubu said that with a resilient democracy, Nigeria is well primed to attract foreign direct investments. The president, who witnessed the signing of the two memoranda of understanding on the supply of gas from Nigeria to Germany and another for $500 million worth of renewable energy projects in Nigeria, assured German businesses that with Nigeria's stable political landscape, foreign investments into the country are secure.
Free of all hurdles and hindrances, we have scaled through democratic changes in Nigeria. If that is your fear, it is gone. Now you can bring your money in and out as you wish. Easy in, easy out. If you have any problem, I have one of the most reliable teams that you can think of in Nigeria.
About energy, oil prices slipped slightly on Wednesday in a quiet pre-U.S. Thanksgiving holiday trading as the market awaited news on output cuts from the OPEC Plus producers group and looked for confirmation of a sharp build-up in U.S. crude stocks. Brent crude futures fell $1.04 to $81.41 a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were down $1 to $76 $2.80. Both benchmarks have fallen for 4 straight weeks and prices weakened further last week on growing concerns about the demand outlook. Now let's head to commodities market. Gold prices hovered near the key $2,000 level on Wednesday as expectations of an end to the U.S. Federal Reserve's rate hike cycle kept the dollar and U.S. bond yields subdued. Let's now see the prices of other commodities. Our Minister of Solid Minerals, Dr. Dele Alake, says there is a new sheriff in town and it is no longer business as usual for those defaulting in payment of annual service fees, royalties and taxes. In addition to those involved in illegal mining, should beware as security agents are on the search, just as dormant licenses will continuously be revoked to allow for more serious investors. Aleke revealed this to journalists in Abuja.
I don't think there's anywhere in the country today where you can get anything for 1,500 naira and they still refuse to pay. So that brings us to revocation of 1,633 mineral titles. Section 11 and 12 of the Mining Act 2007 states in clear terms as follows: a mineral title shall become liable to revocation where the holder thereof has failed to pay the prescribed fees. 2. In case of default of payment of the annual service fee due to the MCO, the MCO shall give a 30-day written default notice to the defaulting party, and if payment is not effected during that period, the MCO shall record the default and revoke the mineral title.
And now to cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies fell Tuesday after Binance founder and CEO Changpeng Zhou pleaded guilty to criminal charges brought by the U.S. Department of Justice. CNBC reports that Binance coin slide 5.9% after rising as much as 5% earlier in the day, with hopeful investors eager to see the multi-year investigation into the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world resolve. The move weighed on the rest of the crypto market. Ripple XRP fell 3.2%. Solana was down by more than 4%. Polygon and Uniswap lost 7.8% and 3.8%. Meanwhile, Bitcoin was down by 1.53%. Well, issue market mix after Federal Reserve minutes show no indication of rate cuts. But they take us through the global stock market figures.
Hello and welcome to the market review. Federal Reserve minutes revealed that policy officials maintained that monetary policy has to be restrictive and that they have little appetite for rate cuts. European market rose 0.49% at 15,978.14. FTSE 0.02% at 7,483.32. And the CAC 40 also topped 0.55% across 7,269.56. Asia markets were mixed after minutes from the U.S. Federal Reserve's October 31 meeting revealed that policy officials maintained that monetary policy had to be restrictive and had little appetite for rate cuts. Japan's Nikkei topped 0.29% across 33,451.83, while the Shanghai Composite dipped 0.79% at 3,043.61. The Hang Seng Index appreciates at 0% at 17,734.60. And now stock futures in the U.S. rose slightly Wednesday as traders tried to regain their footing following a losing session. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average dips 0.02%, S&P 500 0.15%, and Nasdaq Composite up 0.28%. For Africa, South Africa, Namibia, and Ghana maintained their gains, while Tunisia dipped 0.25% at 8,518.87 basis points. That's the global market for this Wednesday. I am Bosede Abel.
Thank you, Boss. And now to our discussion segment amid the quest for economic prosperity and energy security. The ongoing quick fix efforts at the Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemicals Company Limited is gaining traction as the refinery is expected back on stream by the end of 2024. While it is a year away to reality, response from international partners as to support and survival and sustainability continue to resonate with the latest bin. The Saudi Arabia government promising to to invest in Nigeria's gas and oil sector. On Business Express this afternoon, we have joining us a former staff of Kaduna Refinery and one who is very passionate about Nigeria's economic growth and overall prosperity. Engineer Kailani Mohammed joins us virtually from Kaduna. It's good to have you on Business Express. Engineer Kailani, can you hear me? Okay. I'm afraid we seem to be having an audio issue there, but once we connect, we'll continue our conversation with Engineer Kailani. Okay, the federal government has launched an engagement portal to register the startups in the country as part of implementing the Nigeria Startup Act. The Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, announced this on his X account. The portal will also be used to engage with venture capital companies, hubs and innovation centers, according to the minister. This development is coming a year after the Startup Act was signed into law. Well, Business Express returns after the break. Now it seems like we have re-established connection with Engineer Kailani Muhammad. Thanks for joining us on Business Express. If you can hear me, Engineer Kailani.
Thank you very much. I can hear you loud and clear. Good evening, Nigeria.
We have wasted so much time. Let's delve into the subject matter. Well, it seems like the latest country that seems to take interest in the Nigeria's oil and gas sector is Germany, and which is actually somehow committed to that with a visit of the president. What do you make of that development?
That development is very, very enchanting, very, very good for this country. I believe we are talking about the NTA oil well that is producing about 900 barrels per day now. I think Nigeria is a very, very strategic country, and we are happy. And that's what we kept telling Nigerians, that this government is here to deliver to them the dividend of democracy. In the last 2 years, because of vandalism, the production of crude from escravos or in the Niger Delta particularly dropped to about 900 barrels per day. And we could not even reach our OPEC quota.
Now there's somehow there's an improvement, according to latest report.
Very, 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 very. Because as Lembe is giving us 900 here, because of the strategic and the stance of NMDC by pipeline surveillance, we are able now to get about 1.7 million barrels per day. I think we are moving towards our quota, which is about 2 billion. So I see no reason why we should be going where there is nothing. You know, however good you are, Nigerians, there are some, they don't like you. Otherwise, the government is doing its best to see that the oil sector, which is the springboard of the economy, becomes more vibrant, so that we'll be earning more foreign exchange to be able to develop other sectors of the economy.
Now, since you've touched on the Nembe discovery, now I'm talking about recently. I'm talking about yesterday. Nigeria signed agreement with Germany about it's worth about $500 million. What do you make of that development?
This is why I told you right from the beginning that we are good to go. The crude, by the grace of God, as OPEC now is even trying to redefine its members' quota. Nigeria now, with this window Saudi gave to us, I think in the next few weeks, Nigeria will hit that 2 million barrels. And I don't see a reason why we cannot achieve that feat. I think not only Germany, other countries are coming.
Like we've seen the Saudi has also pledged to invest in Nigeria's oil and gas sector.
Yes, it's only for this country, a good development. It's about $51 billion, which is coming to Africa. But more than half, the chunk of that money is coming to Nigeria, to the refineries, to CBN, and some of the ailing industries in Nigeria. I think that will be good for us. Our economy will be very, very vibrant in the next few months. So all we are saying, we should allow this government, since it came, not only Germany, India, Saudi Arabia, and a host of other international countries, they have been coming now to invest in this country. And so, with the Kaduna refinery, because I took a cursory look, I'm in Kaduna, I went to the refinery yesterday, the power plants and the fuel plants. By the grace of God, it's about 20% already, because Area 1, Area 2, Area 3, forest plants, they are seriously working on it, and they are trying to make sure that they do total retubing of our boilers, and those, they work on the turbine generators. So by the time they start these 3 units with the 60,000 barrels per day now, so the capacity is about 110 barrels per day. If you have that one, once the refinery works for 2 weeks, all the product tanks will be filled up, and we will have less importation of all these, petroleum products like the AGO, like PMS, and all other gases.
Now, how about the infrastructure to transport crude? I know before now there was the build, operate, and transfer arrangement on the pipeline network. Is that still on?
That is on. I think about last 2 months, there was an award of contract to rehabilitate all these 5,000 pipeline that traverse this country, so that by the time these pipelines are okay, they are properly maintained. From Lagos, once you can pump from the production areas in Niger Delta to all the refineries, I don't think there will be any problem. And even the ones now that are importing from Lagos, you can use those pipelines to pump products to all our depots, from Mosimi to Ilori, Ibadan, Mina, Kaduna, Enugu, Aba, and the rest of it. I think the management of NNPC has done a very good job awarding that contract.
Now, Mr. Mohammed, before I let you go, the French government has been involved in Kaduna Refinery and several others. Now, the Saudi Aramco experience is about to also play out. What will all these collaborations do to the sustenance of the refineries?
It will bring back the refinery to the mainstream of producing all the products we need. The refinery will be refining 110,000 barrels. I think that is kudos, and that is very good. We have South Korea, we have, as you mentioned, the French company, we have Saudi Aramco coming in, and all hands will be on deck. I think that will develop Nigeria further. That will, bring the importation of petroleum products very, very low. Like, as we are giving you Nigerians the Port Harcourt refinery by the end of December. Once that one comes on stream, Kaduna refinery is able to come on stream, and Warri comes on stream, we'll be importing less products. And we believe all our petrochemical plants will come on stream too. In Port Harcourt, we have polypropylene, we have those products that produces plastic. In Warri, you have carbon black, you have those slurry machines, which I believe the NFPC is trying to rehabilitate. We'll be producing carbon black that is used for paints, it's used for tires. And in Kaduna refinery, we have petrochemical, LAB, linear alkyl benzene, that will be producing drugs. A lot of things will turn around the economy of this country.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Kailani Mohammed.
Nigerians should be very patient with this government.
Okay.
You can see investment coming in.
Most definitely. Thank you very much, Engineer Kailani Mohammed. I'm afraid the time given to us has elapsed. I'm afraid this is an ongoing conversation. We'll continue it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, NTA Business Express returns Thursday at 9:30 a.m. I'm Musa Bakar. Thanks for your company.